This is part one of a four-part conclusion to my channel on dissecting and healing a societal disease I've termed Dopa-Money, and a tribute to those who've inspired me. Please help me. How can I get back to health? What is health? These fundamental needs and questions drive patients to see me each day. Tragically, American healthcare fails to empower patients to confront their own existential crisis, and thus fails in its basic duty to deliver genuinely good health. Here's the truth of American healthcare. The system is fixated on disease classification and fix dispensing because these functions are satisfying to you as a customer. Disease classification provides emotional validation of your suffering, and fixes provide cognitive and physical relief, albeit shallowly. Healthcare gives patients what they want, not what they need. But we know the truth. Most conditions people seek treatment for were preventable entirely or could still be significantly improved just by changing what we put in our mouths: nicotine and unhealthy, excessive food. So, why doesn't healthcare tell you the whole truth? Because the truth is ugly, and healthcare is hostage to an even greater disease process. Telling essential truths about unhealthy behavior pays doctors next to nothing in America. Symptomatic management is thus easier and more viable from a business standpoint. But it goes even deeper than that. Tackling the root cause of most patients' poor health would involve unsettling information and interactions that would upset you as a customer. It is one thing to say that nicotine and overeating are bad for you, but it is entirely another to tell you the whole truth that these behaviors will likely torture you and kill you prematurely. If all doctors were not only allowed, but also encouraged and mandated to show every American citizen the thousands of ways nicotine and obesity torture and kill people in graphic detail, we could save millions of lives each year. But we cannot tell the whole truth because our hands are just as shackled as yours by a biopsychosocial disease I've termed Dopa-Money in this channel. Dope-Money is the dark reality of our consumers' culture, in which you think you're the one consuming, but in fact you are the one consumed. It is the result of unchecked capitalism sabotaging pleasure circuits, made possible by perverted conceptions of freedom, respect, success, and happiness. In one sentence, most physical disease is from societal disease. To be continued in the next short, part two. This is part two of a four-part conclusion to my channel on dissecting and healing a societal disease I've termed Dope-Money, and a tribute to those who've inspired me. In the last video, we discussed that we are living in a Dopa-Money dream, a marriage of low life and high tech. It would be one thing if a cyberpunk dream were a happy one, but every day as a spinal neurosurgeon in the trenches of societal disease, I bear witness to the fact that our society is profoundly ill. While our pleasures are imagined, our pain is real. Most cases of neck and back pain are part of a total body degenerative process, resulting in large part from unhealthy diet, nicotine use, and/or lack of exercise. As such, there is little I or anyone else can do to fix most cases of neck and back pain, unfortunately. Surgery does have its place, but only a minority of individuals are candidates. Even those fortunate few are doomed to develop recurrent pain if the root cause of the degenerative process, typically behavior, is not addressed. In the earlier parts of this channel, I have tried to articulate that these issues are not the fault of individual patients, but rather the result of a pervasive yet indolent societal disease arising from devolved conceptions of freedom, respect, success, and happiness. We also know that dopamine is a drug state because it, like any drug, has a withdrawal phenomenon, which I have termed anger lust. This is the hyperactive animosity citizens demonstrate towards their fellow human beings nowadays, belittling them, laughing at them, finding scapegoats, all to fill their void while not under the influence of dopamine. Erosion of common decency has harmed everyone. In recent years, doctors have experienced high levels of stress related to the social and economic realities of contemporary healthcare in a cyberpunk society, and those who remain bear stigmata of the onus we bear. In addition to causing mental and emotional exhaustion, American healthcare is bad for doctors' physical health. For example, I gained 20 pounds since becoming a doctor due to high cortisol levels from constant stress and limited time to exercise and eat healthy. I've lost several great colleagues to mental and physical health issues resulting from our toxic culture. But recently, I've lost something else, those 20 pounds, and I've found a way to heal against all odds. I've created this channel as a diary of my own dissection of and healing from Dopa-Money. Perhaps it will serve as a blueprint for yours. The stakes are too high for us not to speak up. As a neurosurgeon, I see life supercharged. Death is corpses, not passing away. In this channel, we'll tackle three themes. One, the interconnectedness of society, mind, behavior, body, and pain. Two, the missteps we took to get where we are. Three, the possibility, need, and ability of us to heal. Indeed, in addition to a description, you will learn that there is a prescription for Dopa-Money and anger lust, and there is good reason to have hope. To be continued in the next short, part 3. This is part 3 of a 4-part conclusion to my channel on dissecting and healing a societal disease I've termed Dopa-Money, and a tribute to those who've inspired me. In the last video, we discussed the high cost of not responding to the cyberpunk nightmare I've termed Dopa-Money, but there's good reason to have faith in ourselves to heal. There is indeed hope for humanity in humanity. Just open your eyes and heart. Dopa-Money and anger lust are simply intoxication and withdrawal, respectively, of treatable societal disease caused by unchecked but checkable capitalism, sabotaging pleasure circuits that can be controlled. We can find faith in our ability to do so by returning to basic human virtues, telling the whole truth, and sharing pure love. While as a spine surgeon, I most likely will not be able to fix your case of back pain, as a human, I have faith that I can heal myself and you too. That requires evolving from a fault-fix mindset to a prevent and heal mindset. Humans' ability to heal themselves is a fact, and life has become objectively better over the course of history. And yes, appropriate spine surgery and even screws and rods can sometimes be necessary for that healing process, but they're never a replacement of it. There is proof that healing is possible. I just lost 20 pounds, and I'm healthier in mind, body, and soul at age 42 than I was at age 22. I have always been a good doctor, but now I'm better than ever. This channel aims to compel your own evolution. I've created 2 playlists of work created by brilliant human beings who've touched me deeply. One is for your mind and the other your soul. A healthy body does require a healthy mind and soul. Maybe these people or others will inspire you to live a healthier life, because there's only so much I can do as a doctor. The first playlist is Michael Sandel's Justice Course. It is a course I didn't fully appreciate as a naive 20-year-old student, but it reawakened the restlessness of reason as a 40-year-old with life experience. It reaffirms the following truth. Not only is it okay for life to be a working draft, but also if we aren't living a working draft, we aren't really alive. Each day, we live some answer to the questions Professor Sandel poses us. The good life is an unsettled one. The second is a selection of music videos from Dave and Martin, along with Ellen and Andy. By distilling darkness, their work provides pure light. Their compositions and delivery are brilliant, and their songwriting is a fine painting of angst without ever devolving into anger or false hope, providing the listener the ultimate catharsis, the need to become their own light in darkness. As such, theirs is high art. Their music is blasting and remotivates me as I run 8 miles and sometimes more after a long and stressful workday. I've lost 20 pounds and haven't felt so alive in years. We'll conclude this tribute in the next short. This is part 4 of a 4-part conclusion to my channel on dissecting and healing a societal disease I've termed Dopa-Money, and a tribute to those who've inspired me. The playlists at the end of this channel are the work of brilliant human beings who have deeply touched me, one through mind, the other through soul. The playlists share a common theme with the Dopa-Money antidote I've articulated throughout the channel, that pleasure is imagined, but suffering is real, and that suffering requires meticulous dissection, followed by a decision to ride a wave that first cleanses us of arbitrary absurdity, resulting in nothingness, and then inspires us to live something more. Healing requires stripping down, then building up, and then continuing this iterative process throughout life. Such struggle is the only life worth living. With great power comes great responsibility, including the need for each of you to take care of your own mind, body, and soul. But once we heal ourselves, we can find ultimate freedom in emancipating others from suffering of all kinds. As a doctor, I am a wounded healer, and you can be too. But if my societal dissection and personal philosophy let alone philosophy lectures and music videos, are not your taste, that's okay. You can find your own inspiration. Reasonable people don't have to agree on the best tasting food or on the nature of the universe, but we absolutely can find common ground in a working model for mutual flourishing situated somewhere in between. Freedom is captivating, paradoxically. Freedom is situated somewhere between the immediate and the ultimate, between you and me, constantly evolving, never seen, let alone achieved, but at the same time, one thing is constant. Free will may not be possible, but freedom is. And it's this: always do the right thing. That will often be painful, and that's okay. That's the good life, the higher pleasure. And we are all in Plato's cave together. Even though we'll never leave, we can see the light simply by telling the whole truth and sharing pure love. After all the patient wants is emancipation. But when that's not possible, truth and love will suffice.